Great day, everyone on my YouTube channel. Wow, Lotus Dawn here, and it has just been a wild ride as we have entered into 2025. As you know, I'm a True the Stars sidereal astrologist. I follow the stars. I follow the stars' guidance. And right now, the planets are just doing some really powerful and amazing things. And we are gearing up for an alignment of five planets being in the sign directly after one another on January 25th. So I'm getting ready to do my next update to tell you all about this information. But I've been very distracted as I'm 30 minutes from the Los Angeles fires here in California. And over the last 2 weeks, we faced incredible amounts of wind advisory warnings. And just kind of living in a state of anxiety about whether or not the fire was going to jump and we'd have to evacuate. And so this has actually been a bit of a gift in disguise because it has caused me to dive deeper into my healing and energy work practice and to pull up and remember a powerful gift that I learned many years ago when I was just out having an adventure one day and I came across a book, a magical book. You ever had that experience where you find something just appears in your life right in front of you that's pure magic? And so I found this book, and in the book was something called a land clearing. And I'd never seen something like that. I didn't know that you could clear the land. I didn't know that you might want to clear the land. I didn't know that clearing the land could actually help you to fight off crisis moments, like help to bring the wind down or help to cool the air or to stop fire. I didn't know it could do all those things. But over the years of using the book's method and being faced with serious weather crisis moments, I have begun to put this clearing to the test. And one of the most powerful things that has happened was just last Tuesday. We had a high wind advisory here in Los Angeles. People were very on edge, saying, this could start more fires. And so I went out to the nature area, the ridge, the canyon country where I live, and I took out this land clearing and I sat down and I set the intention to clear the land of any negativity that might be attracting this negative scenario. And I'll explain in just a minute what I'm talking about here. So I set the intention to clear the land. I called on the energies of nature, which are the elementals, the devas, the ascended masters, and angels that overlight the land to come and assist me, which is part of the process I'm going to teach you all tonight. And as I did this clearing, the wind, which had been roaring all around me, completely quieted, went silent. Coyote across a valley, close enough so I could see it, but far enough away that I still felt safe, sat and stared and looked at me, and a raven flew over my head. And I knew in that moment that what I was doing had power to help the earth. So we did the clearing. As I finished the clearing, the wind came back. The coyote wandered off, and I realized something had just happened. I didn't want to get too excited too fast, but 2 days later, after doing that same clearing the next day as well, the Los Angeles Fire Department reported, one, that the winds had not gotten nearly as high as they had anticipated, and two, no new fires had been created. I'm not saying that I'm responsible for this. I'm just saying I did a clearing and my house, my home is safe. And I got to feel some peace and ease and calm. And so I really want to gift this land clearing method to all of you out in the world, all of you who follow my astrology page, all of you who follow my work, because I want you to have the ability to clear your land and clear your property so that you can stay safe, you can stay protected, you can help to keep disasters at bay. Now, it's important to know, hey, Kate, welcome. it's important to note, we've got some friends going to join us tonight, that we can't control fate, right? We can only work with God. We can only work with nature and work with the angels and pray. Always pray for the highest and best for all beings. So tonight, I'm going to share with you what I learned many years ago from this book about why we might want to do a land clearing. So I'm literally going to go to the page of the book that I read many, many years ago. And if you want to learn the land clearing from the author herself, you can go to greenhopefarmsessences.com and it's there, but I want to share it with you tonight as well. So I'm going to just look this up for us all. Okay, land clearing. And so this is really powerful information. So stay tuned here so I can share with you why you might want to learn how to clear your land and why you might want to follow the land clearing that we're going to do tonight. I want to do a land clearing with you. So whether you want to choose to focus on your house, your home, your land, or there's some specific area in the world that speaks to you that you would like to clear, it's entirely up to you. I invite you to choose that. But we're going to clear some energy out of the land, and I'm going to teach you the process. First of all, what was the moment that made me realize that clearing the land was something very powerful that could protect you from crisis moments and you may want to do on a regular basis? So I'm going to take you to the page that I read 15 years ago that allowed me to think about, wow, the power of clearing land, the power of clearing land to help protect us and keep us safe. So I'm going to share the screen now. All right, and we're going to go to Molly's blog, Molly Sheehan, who created this land clearing. I'm so grateful she did this. Thank you, Molly. And her company is Green Hope Farms, located out in New Hampshire. If you haven't looked up her flower essences, you guys, she makes amazing flower essences. They're made with vinegar and she channels angels and elementals. She's very tuned into energy. She wrote this land clearing technique in September 12th, 2011. And she says, the elementals have asked me to post this again. So thank you, elementals. I will explain through this what those are. And thank you, Molly Sheehan. Okay, so I'm going to just read this. Negativity builds up on land in many ways. For example, human discord of any kind settles on the land where the discord took place. If you have a temper tantrum, if you feel bad in your backyard, that energy remains in your backyard after the tantrum is over. Even the most pristine piece of land uninhabited by humans will have negativity delivered to it by wind and precipitation. So your neighbor or your neighbor down the street or your neighbor across the town, maybe they have something going on and there's a windy day or there's moisture in the air, and that will pick that energy up and actually could potentially deliver it to your property or to your land. And so we have to be at cause. Our environment is doing all kinds of stuff, right? People around us doing crazy stuff. We cannot control them, but we do have the ability to clear land. We can clear our properties, we can clear our homes, we can clear ourselves. And this is an amazing superpower. So even the most pristine pieces of land can have negativity delivered to them because of the wind and the water, okay? So the rain will clear the atmosphere of negativity, but it will leave the negativity on the land. And so this is a huge thing. Most people probably think, you know, when the rains come, it washes the land and it gets cleansed. Well, according to Molly Sheehan and her work with clearing the land, she says that rain does not actually clear land of any negativity. And so we have to do more for this. She says the discord stays in the land until the negativity is either cleansed by humans in conscious cooperation with nature, or is forcibly removed through weather such as storms, hurricanes, thunderstorms, fires, droughts, floods, and high winds. And this has been really interesting for me to think about as I'm sitting here in California, 30 minutes from the epicenter of the fire. And I'm thinking about what created these storms. Okay, were they man-made? Were they arson? What were they? And then I think about what is the level of negativity that has been held wherever there's been a crisis or there's been a natural disaster? Has there been a lot of negativity held in those places? Has there been pain? Has there been grief? Has there been torment, upset, negative thinking? And to what degree have those things been held in the land, and how have they been affecting humans? So we'll continue on, and welcome, Andoni. Welcome, Kate. Okay, so in case you have not read the guide, the angels hold the divine plan for creation and the elementals manifest this plan. So elementals are the physical putter into action of sort of the higher power, you could say. Elementals are the bridge from the higher energies into the material. Humans either mess up the plan in its manifestation or add to the light of creation by using their free will to support the work of the angels and elementals and add their own divinely inspired creations. When land is energetically cleaned, the vibration is raised and the negativity is dissolved or transmuted without any side effects. And I have been doing a land clearing, what I'm going to share with you today, for the last 3 days in a row, going out to the land, going out to the property, setting an intention and clearing the land. And what's amazing and beautiful and miraculous is that what I've been noticing is that it's also clearing me. And so as we clear for the land and for nature, for our homes, for our properties, for our friends, for our neighbors, we're also clearing ourselves. And I have been feeling absolutely so fantastically good each day that I clear the land. And so it can actually become a really powerful daily clearing practice that we can do for ourselves and also for our spaces to keep our houses and our homes feeling clear and light and bright and glistening, you guys. And I've noticed as I've been doing these land clearings, like today, for instance, I went outside and there were like 5 times more birds out amongst just having a good time in the trees in the property. And I could just feel a sense of calm and peace radiating throughout. And so I'm really, really excited to gift you all with this process tonight. So really glad you could join me. I'm glad you could be here and that you'll potentially get to watch the replay as well and be able to use this on a daily basis. Okay. Whew. So elementals and angels. So this process calls on elementals, angels, and particularly the elementals to do the actual energy cleansing. And so that's one thing I love about this process is it's not asking us to do anything. We're just calling it in. We're just asking these beings to assist us, which apparently is already their job, but they cannot do their job unless we ask. Okay. So the elementals do the actual energy cleansing, but this group cannot do this work in the same benign way unless a human asks them to do it. And so I remember years ago coming across this and being like, I thought the land would just clear itself. But according to Molly, we have to literally ask. We have a job. We have a role with nature. We're we're custodians of the land. We're caregivers of the land. And one of our jobs is to ask these higher energies to come through and clear and cleanse and purify the land. And I know if you're here with me tonight, you're probably nodding your head going, yeah, that feels right. Yeah, I could sense something of that nature. Okay. So asking for this cleansing must be done by a human. It is one of our vital roles in the co-creation and maintenance of Earth. And when I read this 15 years ago, I just went, oh, wow. You know, it was a light bulb moment of feeling like finally this awareness, like I have a job, there's something I'm supposed to be doing. And I started doing it. And wow, did it feel just absolutely amazing. Okay. If a human doesn't ask for energy cleansing for a piece of land, and this land is holding a lot of negativity, the elemental's only option for removing this negativity is extreme weather. And I went, oh my God. So if negativity does not get cleansed from land, then the beings that help monitor and look after the land then have no choice but to use some type of extreme weather to help clear and cleanse and purify the land. And so, oh, wow, that's really, really interesting. Because the elementals are supposed to keep the planet informed, studying and balancing as we go, they will clear the land that is very negative in order to help the balancing process. And so basically, their job is to keep everything in balance. And so if one area of land gets overly negative, it throws off all the other land. And so, according to Molly Sheehan's work, this channeling she has, the elementals will bring in extreme weather to remove negativity. Without our help, big weather events are the operative mechanism for such clearings. And so she's saying, in order to get out of crisis moments or big weather or extreme weather, we can utilize the help, love, and support of the elementals, angels, devas, and higher energies to call that energy in to clear and purify the land and thus avert natural disasters. So, kind of cool, kind of gets you a little excited and fired up to start practicing and playing with it. And so, this has been my opportunity with having the huge windstorms and the risk of fire to really play with how powerful of a technique this actually is and to actually see it work at being able to help calm the extreme weather, keep the fires at bay, and actually turn the nozzle down on the wind. So very, very, very powerful. Okay, we'll continue on here. We're almost done with this section. Okay, when we are in a time period like we are now, when the vibration of the planet is being raised, the elementals will have to do more cleansing than usual in order to keep the earth in alignment with this evolutionary process. Right now, land clearing is more important than ever. If you can do this every day, that is of maximum benefit to the land you live and work on. But even occasional cleansing will be a great help. It should not take more than a few minutes. She likes to sit quietly while doing this, but you can do it on the fly. The cleansing will be done when you ask for it, no matter how or when you ask. Okay, so for those of you joining me tonight, if you feel like unmuting and joining me, turning on your cameras, what do you think about all this information? Is that interesting? Have you ever heard before that we actually have a role in helping to clear and cleanse and purify the land? I thought that was just absolutely amazing, and it made a lot of sense to me. And it also was a bit surprising as no one had ever told me there was anything I had to do. I thought we were all just walking around with free will. Now, of course, you don't have to do anything. You do have free will. But I think it's really powerful to be able to clear our land and help potentially a lot of people. Any questions? Oh, hey, Anthony. How you doing, my friend? My brother from another mother?
Hey, sister.
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazingly. I'm just traveling a little bit here in Baja, just walking,
Oh,
and
nice.
and it's a blessing to be able to have communication, no matter where we're at. So
Mhm.
I'm actually in nature here, and just outside the doors of the place where I'm potentially gonna be camping tonight. So
Mm,
I think it's a powerful thing to just be doing some clearing in
yeah,
a random spot, and
absolutely.
where I'm gonna be sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
thank you very
powerful.
much, Lotus, as
Yeah.
always.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is a real passion project of mine. Hi, Kate. Welcome. To help us be able to empower us to help make where we are feel better. You know, when I was going through
Yes.
my energy clearing training, I came across this amazing teaching, and they said about 90% of what we think, feel, and experience has is like not even ours. We're like picking it up from the field, right? We're picking it up from other people. We're picking it up from the land. We're picking it up from our friends and our society and our culture.
Hmm.
And so I feel like the land clearing gives us a way to control or have some power, some empowerment for our spaces, right? We can both clear inside of our bodies, but we then can also clear the containers that we live in, right? Like
Hmm.
our home spaces, the land, the community center, the grocery store. Like we can clear these places by clearing the land. And so we're not directly violating anyone's free will. We're not clearing other people. They can do whatever they want to do, we're just being a custodian for the earth. We're just
Mm,
saying, okay, cool, you had a negative thing and it got left behind here. We're just going to sweep it out. And we're going to line up and we're going to team up with nature because nature, we all know nature is our amazing teammate and so
mm,
loving and so welcoming and so always loving, right? Always
mm-hmm,
this sense, I don't know about you, like this sense of love when you're just out in nature with the wind and the trees and the sand and you just feel so loved. And so
mm-hmm,
how cool to partner up and team up with Mother Earth and the energies that work with Mother Earth to help facilitate clearing and healing. And so
mm-hmm.
I've been getting emotional, like going out to the land and like doing this
Oh
process
yes.
and it like changing and shifting things, right? Like I shared in the beginning of this call that I was actually able to help bring the winds down.
Mm,
Oh, I was so scared, you guys. I was so scared because the fire was like, 30 minutes south. And
mm,
so huge wind gusts were dangerous, right? They were dangerous. And so I was just for a week, just like so scared, like, what do I do? How can I help? And then it just was like, oh my God, what if there's negativity in the land that I could clear and it could change the outcome, right? Like, what if the elementals, part of this whole thing is they're clearing something, right? There's like a huge purging. I don't want to get into the debate about how these fires start. There's a lot of iffy, funny business with all of this, but we do have the power, no matter what ends up happening, to communicate with nature, to communicate with the elements, to communicate with the air, the wind, the fire, the water, and actually call in healing and call in the vision of what we want to have. And so that's really what I'm here for tonight is to empower everyone out there to have this tool and technique and this gift that I've been able to utilize many times to help me with intense weather situations. One of the best stories I think I have is a night when I was living up in the redwood forest and the winds were really bad again. And they were just predicting trees falling and like people were scared they could die. And I just was like, oh my God, okay, we got to go out and we got to talk to the wind elementals. And so I went out there and I just prayed to the wind elementals and I talked to it. I talked to the wind. I said, dear wind, please quiet down. Please calm. There are people here whose lives could be in danger. Like, please calm. Please quiet. Please. And I prayed to the wind and I asked, like humbly and sincerely from my heart. Oh, it was intense. It was a very powerful moment. And the next day they said, the winds did not get as big as anticipated and everyone was safe. And I
mm-hmm.
just, oh my God. Oh, thank you, God. And so it's from those moments of doing this type of work that I'm out here tonight sharing this with you all so that you can have these tools as well. Um, and I'm guessing you guys have never come across Molly Sheehan and the Green Hope Farms flower essences. It's kind of, I don't really know anyone who's ever heard of it. And I found it by finding a book in a free pile 15 years ago
Mm,
with just flower essences. And I'm just reading about the flower essences and help you step into your power and do. And then there was the land clearing halfway through the book. And I went, oh, I could just feel it. I was like, this is real. This is real. A lot of times we come across clearings or energy work and it's like, okay, great. And it's cool, whatever. But when I found this, you guys, I just like all senses engaged and I started practicing it and doing it. And I had some real interesting things happen in the beginning. So, word of caution, don't be too cocky or confident with it in the beginning. Like, don't be like, I'm going to clear the whole planet. What I would recommend is that you start with something that's noticeable. Like for instance, Anthony, you're going to choose to clear the land where you're sleeping tonight. That's great, right? You're focused on what affects you personally, and that's easier. It's a less when you do these clearings, you may feel energy. You may feel the energy of the earth that you're clearing. Okay. So be cautious and take on what you're ready to take on. I know I've had moments where like I want to take on clearing the Middle East, or I want to take on clearing, some really intense thing. And I have to remind myself, like, slow down, build your ability first to just clear around you. Get your space around you, your home, your family, your land clear before attempting to go into war zones, because you will feel as you're clearing that density, and it can be a lot. Okay, so this is definitely a tool anyone can use, but be mindful of its power. But then as you get stronger and better, and maybe you meet some friends, maybe you form a group of people who want to clear land, hey,
Mm.
taking on a big project like the Middle East, that could be a total possibility if you do it with respect. You honor the reality of what you're clearing is a real thing, and just know you're actually doing something. Okay, like this is not just a play in the sandbox kind of practice. This is real magic. This is real transmutational practice. This is alchemy. This is energy alchemy. And so just know that you're working with the real thing here, and just be mindful and respectful and of yourself and of whatever area you're working with. Yeah. But the elementals love when you ask. So you can't really go wrong. You can't really go wrong at all. So I was curious to know, welcome, Kate. I know he's choosing to clear his house where he's sleeping tonight. Do you have an idea about where or place or space you would like to clear?
Well, yes. I've been away for 4 days on a dancing thing with the Morris dancers, and it's been really full on and lovely. But I've just come home, and I thought I was going to have time at home here. We've got 5 acres. We're on a little sacred mountain, a munga, and we consider ourselves kaitiaki, which is the Maori word for guardian of the land, right? And we're right in the heart of the mountain. We're halfway up, halfway around. So,
Wow.
we take this really seriously. But normally my husband does land clearing, right? But he's just gone off for yet another funeral. I mean, honestly, we've had so many funerals. And I thought I was going to have some time with him. So I'm just like, maybe I need to step up, you know? I need to do some clearing on this. And some clearing about him not being here too, I think.
Absolutely.
Why is he not able to stay home here and live here all the time when we've owned it 6 years, right? And he's still not living here full time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
know,
beautiful.
and yeah, it's a beautiful place to be, right? It's paradise. And
Right.
yeah,
Right.
maybe this. I mean, I need to do some clearing too. So I'm just like, yep,
Right.
let's do
Perfect.
some clearing.
Yeah, yeah. And you're in New Zealand. And I was actually just gonna send you a video I watched about ancient origins of New Zealand, and actually them finding like ancient Celtic DNA there prior to the natives. And I
Wow.
was like, hmm, maybe your ancestors actually are from there, right? Like, like maybe they went away and then came back kind of thing. And I was just like, wow, well that really causes you to think about who's really native, right? So the land you're from is so ancient, right?
It's part of Lemuria,
Right.
apparently.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
excited. Yes.
Mm.
Okay, cool. I'm really glad you're here. This is going to be a great call. Oh my goodness. I'm just getting heat, just excitement and light all around my field. It's going to be really powerful. I'm so excited. My vision and goal was like I want to get this process into the hands of the people who are going to use it, because it's so powerful and because it can help the planet in such a huge fashion. So I'm glad you're here. I can see that you may well be people who use it, and the earth will be uplifted every time that you do. So I'm just going to share screen here, and we'll get started into the process. So welcome everyone to the land healing and clearing with me, with Blossom with Lotus, the True the Stars astrology and energy alchemy. And tonight we're going to cleanse, clear, and rejuvenate our lands. And so if you're at home watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching the replay, I want to invite you to think about and tune into what area, what piece of land would you like to clear? What area is calling you? What's in your heart? What's in your mind? What speaks to you? And just kind of start getting that intention together so that as we go into this, we're going to be able to help you clear the land. And there's just so much going on in the world front. So I just want to empower you all with the ability to come together with us tonight, because when we're together, we truly have the ability to clear on an unprecedented level, much deeper, much more profoundly, and the energy is much more effective. And so we're going to use the process that I found in a free book pile about 15 years ago that has been incredibly powerful, that I've been able to use to help bring the energy of wind down and keep the land that I live on safe, 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 clean, clear. Such a relief, right? Such a relief when our land, when our house, when our home feels clear, right? And of course, we want to clear ourselves, but clearing the land can be a really huge gift for all of us. So welcome. This is actually where I was the other day. This is the land on my property in the springtime. It's in the desert. So right now it's all pretty golden colored, not very green. But I think that those of us who have a very deep connection to the land, you will really resonate with this work because you will sense and feel the power of it. You will know that what you're doing is having an effect, and you will be so happy, thankful, and grateful to be able to go outside and do this healing for not only yourself, but for the earth and for the animals and the plants and your friends and your family. It's like this really beautiful way to expand our ability to heal and clear. And to bring, to call in rain, to call in nourishment, to call in rejuvenation for the land, right? We look at our land, it's been through so much, so many years of history of trauma and pain and suffering and death and murder. And so there's a need to help heal the land. There's a need to start pulling out and clearing out all the density and all the old stuff so that we can be free. We can be free to enjoy the future, right? To call in the new earth. So I'm really excited. And we're going to be tapping into the energy of the elementals, the earth, air, fire, water, when we're connecting to Mother Earth. And so I really encourage you as we get ready to go into this clearing tonight to get tuned into the earth itself. And I want to invite you all to remember a time. Remember a time where you felt really good. You felt really happy in the earth. Yeah, good. And then before we go into the clearing, I want to just, we'll bring in some TFT, some thought field therapy, some tapping to clear us and make sure we're all in the right space. Okay, so to start this, we're just going to tap the side of the hands. And I want you to think about clearing the land. So as soon as we start sitting down to clear the land, this is a really good practice, is to just tap the side of the hand and make sure you're in a good place, you're in a good state before you start clearing something bigger than you, right? So just tune into your body, tune into how you feel, tune into where you're at as you get ready to clear the land. And as soon as you start to have the intention to clear the land, things might start coming up for you, feelings, memories, awarenesses. Those things may come to the surface. And so we just want to get ourselves clear before we begin to call in the healing. Then I'm going to invite you to come to your tender spot, which is right here on the chest. Oh, land. Land holds so many memories, just like our bodies, right? Just like our thoughts, our minds, our bodies hold memories. So does the land. Just as our body holds the stress of the things that we go through, the memories, the feelings, the emotions, so does the land. And so just as we are giving care to ourselves and clearing ourselves, we will give care to the land tonight. So I want you to tune into your emotional body. Tune into what you're feeling, what you're sensing right now as we get ready to clear land. And I want you to just come up with, even though I feel what? Just tune into it. What is it that you're feeling? Even though I feel stressed, even though I feel tired, even though I feel anxious or concerned, I completely love and accept myself. So feel free, Anthony, go ahead and unmute and just share one thing that you're going through. I think it's really helpful for everyone watching to know that we all feel stuff, right? And we all can relate. So even though I feel what would be something you would share?
Even though I feel a bit stressed about the dog barking so much,
Ah, I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Good, one more. Yep, that's all
Even
good.
though I,
Huh?
even though I feel like I'm missing my family,
Yeah.
and yeah, I miss mostly my family.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's okay. I completely love and accept myself.
Good. Good. So keep doing that. Now I'm going to tune into the dog and see if I can help you out. I've had a dog on this property who just barks and barks, and I've been able to get it to stop. So let's see here. I'm going to tune into the dog in order to get the dog to quiet down, and clear dimension. Okay. Good. Good. And just take a deep breath in and out. And come back to the tender spot. Good. Even though I feel what? Kate, would you like to share?
Yeah, I am really tired. So yeah, even though I feel really tired, I love and accept myself.
Good.
And yeah, even though I feel like, yeah, I'm alone again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love and accept myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though I'm scared to step up, I love and accept myself.
Good. And you're going to tap the side of your hands. Now that you're keyed in, you're really feeling the emotion. Good. And you're going to tap inside the eyebrow. Just feeling into that feeling around being alone. Good. And then outside the eyes. And you're just really staying in whatever you're feeling. And so whoever's at home watching this, it's really important to stay in what you're feeling as we get ready to do this land here clearing. What does it bring up for you? Before you even go into it, we're gonna just tap and under the eyes. And what we're doing is we're tapping the meridian points, and the meridian points are from Chinese acupuncture. This relates to the stomach, under the nose. It's a very powerful point in acupuncture. Under the mouth, collarbone. Each of these points relating to a part of the body. This may relate to the kidneys, I'm not entirely sure. Under the arms, just feeling what you're feeling, letting the energy flow through you. Rib cage, yeah. Yawns are good, burps are good. That all means that, yeah, you're discharging the tension, you're discharging the mass so that you can be clear and flow. Side of the hand again, deep breath in and out. This is very good for helping to relax, to decrease anxiety, to decrease tension. And this is important for going into a land clearing because the more present we can be, the more aware we can be, the more powerfully the energy of the higher energies can move through us and assist the land, assist others, assist the world. And so we really do a service, right? Before we clear others, to clear ourselves. What a cool practice, right? It'd be great if more of us could clear ourselves more often. And then we're going to tap the fingers, which is going to be the outside of the thumb. This relates to the lungs or grief. There could be a lot of grief there, right? Who knows, being alone in the past, emotions. I know I've felt sad being alone before. What I found my biggest way to get out of feeling alone is to go on a big hike all day. And then I come home and I cook and I make tea and I do something I want to do, index finger. And that's like my self-care, right? It's just this wonderful, quiet time with myself. But just sitting, that's not always so fun. Give yourself something to do. Give yourself some healing practice. That can really help. Middle finger, thinking about being alone, thinking about what that brings up. And if this is coming up in the field and you're watching this, then this might be something that's going to really benefit you to do with us as well. Yeah. And pinky finger.
Good.
Yeah, you're doing great. And side of the hand. And if you're doing this work with us, you've never heard of it before, yeah, Andoni's having a good release and you love it and you like it and you'd like to learn more. My partner and I just did day 18 of our 30-day challenge. We did our live event. It's up for those of you who want to access it on YouTube. And it's so powerful. It's such a powerful technique. We have people who are suddenly dreaming again, people who are manifesting doubling their income, people who are releasing old traumas. And it's such a powerful thing. So if you have questions, leave a comment there. Good. And then just come back to your tender spot. Uh-huh. And just let it out. Let it out. Good. Even though I'm feeling what? I completely love and accept myself. Go ahead and unmute, Kate. Even though I'm feeling what?
Even though I'm feeling sad, I
Mhm.
love and accept myself.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Good side of the hands. Inside the eyebrow, just feel that sadness. Really feel it outside the eye. Feeling the sadness, being alone under the eye. Under the nose, sadness. Under the mouth, sadness. Collarbone, sadness. Thumb, I'm sorry, under the arm. Rib cage. Rib cage is directly below the breast on the first or second rib. Good. Thumb. Good. Index finger. And so anytime or every time you get ready to do a land clearing, you can practice this. You can rub your tender spot, acknowledge what clearing the land is bringing up for you, and tap all the points, middle finger, thinking about sadness. 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 And who knows, maybe you're already starting to feel energy that's in the land, right? We could already be clearing the land as we just tune into how we feel when we begin to clear the land. Pinky finger. Good, deep breath in and out. Side of the hand. Back of the hand. And we're going to do something called the 9 gamut, which is 9 eye movements of the eyes. This helps to clear the brain around the issue we're working on. So you're going to have your eyes open. You're going to close your eyes. Open your eyes. Look down to the right. Look down to the left. Roll your eyes up, around in a circle. Roll your eyes up, around in a circle the other way. Hum out loud. Think about the sadness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good, deep breath in and out. And then you're going to take this hand, place it on your lower belly, still tapping on the back of your hand. And you're going to take 3 breaths, breathing into the lower belly 3 times, slowly and deeply. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good, deep breath in. And exhale. Good, deep breath in and out. Good. Now you're going to come back to your tender spot. Notice how you're feeling. Good, even though I feel what?
Heavy.
It's okay.
I love and accept myself.
That's right.
I think you're right. Some of the sadness is with the land.
Yeah. This is going to be great. This is fantastic. We're going to get it. And if by the end of the land clearing, we'll check back in with you and we'll see. So maybe just now, so we can get a number, when you rate the heaviness of the land, 10 is really heavy and 0 is not heavy at all. What's the number of heaviness that you feel?
7.5.
What was that?
7.5.
7.5. Okay, great. That is a very, very strong amount. Nice and strong. Perfect. Okay. All right, awesome. So now we're going to go into the process. But can you see how much more grounded and settled you are now versus when we started? We've kind of come into this place of centeredness. We're more focused. And so the more focused and centered we are, the more powerful the work will be. And also notice if you feel an attachment to the outcome of the clearing. So if you're like, I got to clear this land, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pressure on it, we're not going to be as effective. So notice if you have that. Imagine it's a suitcase and you can just leave it at the door, let go of attachment, let go of the attachment to the outcome of needing to do anything, and get into the spirit of being and the spirit of allowing and the spirit of welcoming what we're feeling and what we're experiencing and tuning into the energy of the land together. Okay, awesome. So glad you're here. You guys, this is going to be amazing. So now we're ready to begin the process. All right. And so the first step for everyone is setting an intention of where do you want to clear. And so you can imagine like a map in your mind's eye. You can imagine your property. You can imagine the land where you're at. And just set an intention. Where are you going to clear? So, Andony, where are you clearing tonight? Let's just get you to unmute and just share that. So we have that spoken as well as thought, which will be really helpful and powerful. And if you would share where in the world you are for us.
Yes, I'm clearing a place called Las Palmas in Baja. It's
In Baja?
around in Baja, yes. Ensenada.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. And then how much land will you be clearing tonight? Do you think 5 miles, 10, 50, 100, 100,000? What number do you feel called to clear?
What number is the intensity of the land that, like you asked, Kate?
No, how much land do you want to clear?
Oh, I see. Okay.
How much of an area are you going to go for tonight?
Okay, so in my mind there is just this little maybe 1 kilometer square.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the more clear we get, the more we hone in on the location we're going to clear, the more powerful the clearing will be. You can also just do a broad one, but
Yes.
as my partner loves to say, the fuzzier the focus, the fuzzier the results. So the more dialed in we are, the more like a laser, the more powerful the clearing. But we can also do that for large areas with a strong focus and also be as effective as a small space, right? It just depends on what we focus on. Okay.
Mm.
All right. So number 2 and 3, get grounded and sit
Can I
somewhere.
ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just want to ask a question because in my case, it's the 5 acres that we own,
Yeah.
but there's a bit of an issue with the neighbours that live above us and use the driveway through our land. It's actually quite a bit
Ah,
of stress with them, and I'm just
oh, there it
wondering,
is.
yeah, that sort of position of what's my place to clear their bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that is a good one. So land is not really go by the same laws as ownership does and our American or our human laws of ownership. And so according to the elementals and the angels, you don't have to ask permission to clear land. Because according to Native Americans, right, land cannot belong really to anyone. It's belongs to the earth. So the earth wants the land to be clear. You obviously don't want to focus on clearing the neighbors, but you can focus on clearing the land. And I've had miraculous things happen with neighbors and fights and things between people. And sometimes there can be things in the land itself that are provoking people. For example, I recently did some investigation about the property where I live, where there's been a lot of stuff with the other people. It's been okay, but there's been stuff, right? And so as I tuned into it, I realized that Native Americans have lived on this land and that there had been bloodshed and battles and fights between the natives and the white people. And so that pain and that conflict has been in this land. And so I did a clearing on it one day once I'd identified, oh my God, this is an issue here. And it's just been so much nicer to be here ever since then. So we may not always figure out what it is in the land that's going on, but if there is issues, there's usually something in the land affecting it, especially if you can't figure something other reason why it's happening. So include it, right? Include as much space as feels right to include. Ask your conscience will know, right? If you're like, oh, I should clear this, and you just get a no, they respect that. But in general, I've never heard anything about like you can't clear someone's property if it's affecting you. If it's affecting you, it becomes something that you have permission to clear. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Thank you. Yes.
I know it's like, what are the rules with clearing, right? You got to ask the person. But
Yeah.
with the land, it's a little different. Okay. So second step, we want to get grounded. We want to find somewhere to sit where we can be undisturbed and be able to really tune into your heart and your intention. You want to have a great intention. You want to have an intention of like helping. You want to have an intention of love. You want to have an intention of assisting the land. Get calm, get grounded, get connected. Imagine and remember a time, a place, a space where you were connected to nature, right? You were one with the air and the wind and the earth. You could smell the trees and the plants and remember that feeling because it's from that connection to the earth that our clearings will be the most powerful. Okay, so this is the overall process that I typed up from the book. You can get her book online that has this process. You can also go to her blog, greenhopeessences.com, to get the process as well. And we're going to go through the whole process now. And I never remember all of these things that she calls in. And so I always just have it handy where I can just jump on the website and look at it because there's 9 things that she calls in to do the clearing. And what are they? Well, the overlighting deva of the land, the angels, the elementals, Pan, ascended masters, the Deva of the Earth's atmosphere, Lunaria, etc. And then there's a clearing process we'll do. So you're welcome to take a screenshot of this if you'd like. And now we're going to go through and we're going to do the process together. Okay. We're going to go through, do the process together. Okay. So first step is we're going to find a centered seat. We're going to get back in touch with what area of land are we going to clear? How big is the space? Right? And we're going to call on the overlighting Deva of the land. The name Deva means shining one. They're beings who've achieved spiritual enlightenment. And the Hindus and Buddhists believe that every person, animal, or plant has an angelic being called a Deva, assigned to guard and help it grow and prosper. So they are guardians that pray for people. They help people. Okay, and so we're going to call on the overlighting Deva of the land. So I want you to get back into your body, back into your center, because the process has begun. Okay, so we're going to tune into the place and the space that you're wanting to clear. And we're going to call in the overlighting Deva of the land. We're going to ask all the beings to help us clear this land. We're going to ask the overlighting Deva of the piece of land to come in and help assist you in clearing the land. We're going to call upon the angels overlighting the land. So every piece of land has these beings that work with that piece of land, that work with that property. And so we're going to connect to them now. We're going to connect to the overlighting Deva of the land. We're going to connect to the angels overlighting the land. We're going to call in the elementals overlighting the land, the elementals who live on your land, that live on the property that you are, earth, air, fire, and water. We're going to call in the elementals of earth, the elementals of fire, the elementals of air and water, the beings that help keep this earth in form. We call you in, call you in. We call in Pan, the head elemental of earth. We call in the ascended masters and God-realized beings who are overlighting the land, all the beings of love and light who are overlighting your property. We call in the Deva of the Earth's atmosphere, Lunaria. We call in the Deva of the Earth's surface, Cephalo. We call in the Deva of the sun in the center of the earth, Darndella. We call in our sun, Helios and Vesta. And we ask them to please cleanse, clear, and rebalance and illuminate the land you are clearing. So tune into the piece of land. Now all of these beings are here with us, the Devas, the angels, the elementals, the ascended masters, and God-realized beings of love and light. And we're going to ask them to please cleanse, clear, rebalance, and illuminate the land you're clearing. So tune into the land. Tune into the ground. Tune into like a bird seeing across all the area you're going to clear. And ask the beings of love and light that have joined us, the elementals, the angels, the devas, let go of your control now. And let these beings do it for you. Give over the reins to them and ask them now, please cleanse, clear, rebalance, and illuminate the land we are clearing. We ask them to please clear the emotional, mental, and physical and etheric bodies of land, of everything that is not pure divinity. Please cleanse, please clear, please purify the land. And so just tune into the land, tuning into the devas of the land, the angels, the elementals, the God-realized beings, and just ask them, please cleanse, clear, rebalance, and illuminate every level, every layer of this property. Please cleanse and clear down into the roots. Please cleanse and clear into the core of the earth. Please cleanse and clear through every level of the earth. Please cleanse and clear through the air and the atmosphere and the wind. Please cleanse and clear through the roots and the trees and the plants. We ask them to clear the emotional, mental, and physical and etheric bodies of the land, of everything that is not pure divinity. And we ask that any negativity be released by a Christed grid. And so you're going to imagine a Christed grid, a beautiful grid of light coming, going through the land, going through the earth, that the elementals, the devas, the angels, and the ascended masters, and God are all using to cleanse and purify the spaces and places of the land, of your house, of your home, of your car, of your vehicle, of you, of your body. And you can visualize the clearing happening both above the earth and below, just feeling all density, negativity, old energy, old emotions, anything and everything that's been stored in the land being completely cleared, completely released, completely transmuted and transformed. And now I want to ask you all, as you tune into it, on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 is that you feel like the land has been completely cleansed and purified. And 0, it hasn't been cleansed or purified at all. What is your number that you're at now? You tune into the land. You can put the number in the chat or unmute.
8.7 over here.
Okay, so 10 is completely cleared. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and Kate, what about you? What's your number?
3.
Okay, so 10 is completely cleared, so nowhere near done. Yeah?
Oh, no, other way up then.
Okay, so
Yeah.
both of you are about the same place. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do now is something she doesn't talk about, but it's a little special addition that I've learned. We're going to tune into the land and we're going to check. I can do it both at the same time. We're going to ask to clear what dimension does the land need cleared. And so the dimensions are another realm of healing we can do. And so we can just muscle test what dimension the land needs cleared here. So I'm going to just do all of us at once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to focus on the 10th dimension. The 10th dimension relates to God, relates to heaven, relates to light. And so all we're going to do is we're just going to say, God, please clear our 10th dimension. And just take a deep breath in and out. God, please clear the 10th dimension of the land. You're going to feel stuff go out the back of the neck. You're going to get lighter and more clear. Okay. Okay. We're going to ask God for 4 spirit replacements for the land. I'm going to take a deep breath in and out. God, please give the land 4 spirit replacements. Good. And so if the land hasn't fully cleared, then we go back to the beginning. We say, dear devas, angels, elementals, Pan, ascended masters, devas of the earth's atmosphere, Lunaria, devas of the earth's surface, Cephalo, deva of the center of the earth, Darndella, our sun, Helios and Vesta, we ask you to please cleanse, clear, and rebalance and illuminate the land and see where it is that you want to be cleared. See the land. See a Christed grid, see a golden grid of light coming down into the earth, pulling and drawing any negativity, any density, anything that's still left in the earth. Just see a big golden Christed grid that they're bringing in. Archangel Michael's here to clear and really transmute the energy of the land. We ask you to please clear the emotional, mental, physical, and etheric bodies of the land of everything that is not pure divinity. We just see that Christed grid going in, cleansing and clearing the land, visualizing the clearing happening both above the earth and below. Okay, so now take a deep breath in and out. You're going to tap the sides of your hands together to kind of bring this more into your physical body as well. Now that you've cleared a lot of energy out of the place and the space. Deep breath in and out. Grab your tender spot. Even though I feel. It's okay. I love and accept myself. Even though I feel what? Tune into your body. Notice what you're feeling. It's okay. I completely love and accept myself. That's great. Deep breath in and out. Good. At the side of your hands, think about the land. Good. And anything and everything in the way of the land, completely clearing, completely transmuting, completely being cleared of all levels and layers through all directions of time and space. We ask for a complete change history and everything is needed, levels 1, 2, and 3. And we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. Good. Now I invite you to tune back into the land that you've just been clearing again, round 2. And 10 is the land is totally clear. And 0, the land is not clear at all. What is your new number now?
I get an 8.5.
Good work. Good work. This is a fairly big project we've taken on tonight too. Yeah. So I'm getting this is probably really good for tonight. But this is something I'm hearing like to do the next week as much as you want, the next month, and you'll have some real progress. And I'm also hearing, to remember that we didn't just go through this one time. We didn't just say it and then it was done. Like there is a process here. Like you are engaging with the energetics of what's there. And so it might take 1, 2, 3 times. Do as much as you feel able, you have energy for, and then do some more the next day. And that's one of the nice things about land clearing is it's still there tomorrow. So you can pick the job up and continue working. And so Andony shared your number 9.7. Woo! How does that feel, Andony?
It feels really peaceful, and also I got clarity on how how everything aligns. Those moments where you think, oh, everything works out at the end, everything's aligned. I had a moment like that while doing the clearing, because when we started the call, I was waiting on outside the place where I was probably gonna camp, but it was closed. So it's still closed, but now I know why I cleared the land, because I'm probably gonna stay just in nature. They just basically just like by the trees and stuff. So now it feels like just, oh yeah, it's all clear, it's all safe. Not even animals, so
Good. Well, now we're going to add in a little more goodness. So this might boost the numbers up some more, Kate. So tune into the land that you've just cleared. And now that it has been cleansed and purified, we're then going to ask all the angels and the elementals and the devas and God and source and universe to come in and fill up the land that has been cleared now with pure divine love and light. Specifically, qualities of divine love and light that can hold the newer vibration that are the newer higher vibrations that are coming onto earth right now. And so they say that it's really important to do this work because the earth is trying to bring in all these higher vibrations, and it's a task. Okay, so just asking God, asking the angels, asking the elementals and devas to please now bring in and draw in pure divine love and light into the land, into you, into the earth, into your home, into your space, asking this higher frequency and vibration to come into you, into your body, into your house, into your home, into your being, and into the earth and into the land all around you, just asking that beautiful love and light, the golden pure light of the creator of all that is, to shower, to come in, to flow in, to flood in, to assist and support you more and more deeply as it assists and supports you as well. Deep breaths in and out. Love and light. Love and light. Beautiful. Good. And just see the piece of land and see beautiful gold and love and light showering from above, showering the land, showering the earth, showering you, showering anyone and everyone connected to you. Deep breath in and out. Letting that love and light come into the earth, come into you, come into your house, come into your home. Just letting that beautiful love and light come in. Good. And see the land rebalancing, reintegrating with this new light energy. And I'm hearing to give the land again another spirit replacement, giving it 4 spirit replacements for the land. This can help heal the land of any challenging things that it has gone through or experienced before. Good. And we take a nice deep breath in and out. Feeling the land being more clear, more bright, more luminous, feeling your house, your home, feeling more bright, more clear, more luminous. Just feeling your path forwards being more clear and bright and illuminated. As all of you receives this beautiful transmission from the angels, from God, from the elementals, from the devas, and you reconnect to Mother Earth and to nature and to this divine oneness that is our true self. It is our true nature. It is who and what we are. Just letting that energy and that frequency and that vibration ground into Mother Earth, anchor into Mother Earth, align into the divine plan of creation, becoming that divine pillar, that divine channel that we are here to be between the higher energies and the earth, and allowing the energies to flow through us, gifting us as they come, and then planting and grounding into Mother Earth. Feeling it going down deep into the roots of the earth. Beautiful, bright, glistening, sparkling light. Grounded and yet filled with light. Connected and peaceful and calm. We thank the elementals. We thank the devas, the angels, and all the beings of love and light, our higher selves that have joined us tonight for this call. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And we just ask that this healing, this clearing, be powerfully effective and supportive and healing for whoever comes across it, whatever piece of land you are choosing to focus on tonight. This clearing, this healing will be applied for you through all directions of time and space. Whenever you watch this, it will be just as effective as it was before. Get a deep breath in and out. Just feel yourself grounding, centering, and coming back into your body, back into the here and now, back into imagining what kind of goodness you want to fill your life with, you want to fill your land with, you want to fill your future with, just calling in those energies of miracles and love and joy and bounty and beautiful things and blessings that you wish to call in and fill the land with, you want to fill your future with, you want to fill the world with, now that everything is so much more clear. Good, and we take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly coming back to the here, to the now, the beautiful, fresh, new, beautiful land, the vibration of the land, the vibration of your house, the vibration of your body now vibrating at this higher, brighter, lighter frequency. So powerful that we have the ability to shift how we feel, what vibration we are oscillating at through our intention, through our prayer, through our connection to these higher energies, and to bring them to earth. Good, I invite you to take a nice deep breath in and out, really anchoring in these oneness frequencies. Yeah, anchoring them into your body, to your heart, your mind. Good, deep breath in and out. Just letting that anchoring continue in. Feeling that connection to Mother Earth and to yourself. Know that you can do this as many times a day as you want to. You can sit down and connect to yourself, connect to the earth, and call in the healing for yourself and for the earth. Sometimes when we like to help other people, we struggle to help ourselves or clear ourselves. And so having this practice of clearing the land can kind of fool us into doing it because we're helping someone else, right? But it also clears us. And so it's a very good trick for those of us who love to help others. Finally give ourselves back some of the healing that we give so freely to others. Good deep breath in and out. And I want you to think about the land that we just cleared. And on a scale of 0 to 10 now, 10 being like you feel totally clear and 0 not at all. How do you feel about the land now when you tune into it?
Super good.
You want to tell us more about how that feels, Anthony?
Yes. It feels because yeah, it feels like now it's a positive, you know. Now it's not so much of, oh, I have to clear this and that. Oh, that's how it feels. It feels more like, oh, now I'm excited to build a fire. Oh, now I'm getting creative ideas instead of other energies that in my mind manifested like, oh, I hope there's no animals,
Right.
or other things like that. Now it's like positive, like a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Yes, yes.
kind of flowing with the current. How about you?
Hmm.
How about you, Kate? What are you noticing? What's your number?
Oh, I'm finding it hard to give it a number, but yeah, just feeling so much better and really full, you know, and that
Yeah.
golden shower that came down because I'm kind of in a little bit of a valley of the mountain, and almost like your picture there,
Yeah.
except the water, of course, was coming down all gold, and then I saw it like flowing out down the bottom into the flatlands below as well, like it really sort of spread out.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I personally feel full and full of gold as well,
Yeah.
and the land does as well.
Isn't that amazing? I
Yeah.
love this work. I think it's so organic and beautiful. And there's actually a story I came across written by a midwife who had traveled to Ireland and learned a lot of their ancient stories. And the ancient Irish spoke of um, the leprechauns and the little people of Ireland would come to every woman who was giving birth at the time of her delivery. And they would sit there because something very extraordinary would happen at the time of birth. So at the moment of birth, as the baby was coming through, not only would the baby come through, but a big, beautiful golden ball of light would also come through. And so they say that with every birth, the baby brings through the gifts and blessings from God, from heaven, from the light to Mother Earth as almost like a payment, like a thank you for all of the good that Mother Earth will then give the child, from growing all the food and providing the structures, almost like a way of giving to the earth before we get here, as like, thank you, Mother Earth. And so the Irish often, or the author said, it's really important for women giving birth to give birth close to the land because the woman is delivering not only the baby, but the baby's gift to Mother Earth. And so, how powerful for us to do this land clearing because it's almost like we're also delivering golden light from God to Mother Earth. We're giving back. We're giving back. We're helping her and ourselves at the same time. And as an astrologer, I have to note that tonight the moon is in Virgo, the sign of the Earth Mother, conjunct the South Node, the destiny point, the past life destiny point. So we're nourishing our relationship to the past, right? Our relationship to the Earth from the past. And it's opposite the destiny point conjunct Neptune. So we're using our imagination to create the future through embodiment practices with Mother Earth. And I just think it's just so perfectly attuned to what the planets and the stars are doing. And so, really happy that I could be here with you all and help guide us through this practice. I feel like a lot of heat and a lot of light and almost like a quivering through my body of like sparkles. It's really beautiful. I'm so glad, Kate and Anthony, that you could join me for this work because um, when you're here with me, you help me amplify this work so much. And on my own, it's powerful, but the more of us come together and we're focused on this, we have an intention, we're doing the same thing at the same time. It's really powerful, really, really powerful. So thank you so much because the more healing and light and love that we can cultivate with the earth, the more healing, light, and love we experience, I think, in our own lives, in our own world. Very powerful. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yes, 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 yes. And so here is the process again in full. You don't have to do it. You don't have to mention every being. You can just say angels, elementals, and devas. or you could even not say anything and just ask for land healing. Just ask the beings of nature to clear the land. Do as much or as little as feels right to you. But I do want to give honor to Molly Sheehan and her book, and the owner of Green Hope Essences, Green Hope Farms, because she's the one who wrote out these beings to call on and this whole process here. And so I really want to honor Molly Sheehan for her work as a flower grower and communicator with angels and devas, for bringing this into the world, into the earth. I'm very grateful to her because I've been able to use this so many times. And it's nice to have a structure. Nice to have a structure of what to do and how to do it so that we can easily do this as often as possible. I've been doing it every day for the last 3 days, and every time I do it, you guys, it's like, woo, I just feel lit up, happy, joyful, and I just want to go and share it with everyone else too. So you may find that it gets a little bit addictive in a good way. Yeah, how are you guys feeling? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really relaxed too now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, me as well. I'm feeling very at ease, peaceful, enjoying being one with nature, and joyful, thankful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling. Absolutely.
Yes.
I just want to add something because I'm on the 30-day challenge with you and Michael
Sure.
in the group. And one of the things I've been trying to clear is feeling tired because I've got the fatigue sort of thing going on. And I tapped that out and I did a positive thing about actually feeling relaxed, not being stressed about it.
Yeah.
And it's a way of actually not being in like sort of an adrenaline state of being, which is how I've operated, I think. So to allow myself, okay, I feel tired. Or actually maybe I'm just really grounded and relaxed, It's like turns it into this positive thing.
Right. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, we're gonna do another live event on Tuesday night. So come join us and share your wins. I did want to share with you all another trick up my sleeve for clearing land, which is the elemental song. And I think maybe we shared that on one of the calls. I just wanted to share it one more time. This call is a song is sung by an enlightened master and Donole. And this was another trick I used during the windstorms. Every time I would put this song on, the winds would quiet down. And so I thought this would be a beautiful song that we could sing together to kind of close out the call and really thanking and honoring the elementals. And there's a line in this song that's really interesting, which is liberate all elementals. And when I heard that, I had this vision that perhaps through time and perhaps now, other energies have sought to control the elementals because of their power, right? The elementals control the land and keep everything in form. They that control the elementals control the weather. And so I thought how powerful and important it is to sing this song and to work on liberating nature, liberating the elementals, liberating the devas, so that humans and nature and the weather come back into harmony, that we take back our power so that no one else can be in charge of the weather except us and nature working together cooperatively. All right, so feel free to unmute if you'd like, and we can make a little crazy sounds here, but it will be beautiful to sing together. So I'll play it now.
I am present through danger, protection to all.
So we'll start at the beginning. There we go.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
Okay.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
Our dear elementals, we do.
Our dear elementals, we do.
Beings of air, fire, and water.
Beings with air, fire, and water.
Beings of earth, we love you.
all beings of earth.
and we love you.
Presence.
I am presence.
The elementals, the great, the small.
The elementals, the great, the small.
I am presence.
I am presence.
And give protection to all.
Give your protection to all.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
We
We
love
love you, we love you, we love you.
Dear elementals, we do.
our
Dear
dear
elementals, we do.
Beings of air, fire, and water.
All beings with air, fire, and water.
Beings of earth, we love you.
and
Beings of earth, we love you.
I am presence.
I am presence.
The elementals, the great, the small.
Real elementals, the great, the small.
I am presence.
I am presence.
Give protection to all.
Give your protection to all.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
Our dear elementals, we do.
Our dear elementals, we do.
Air, fire, and water.
All beings of air, fire, and water.
And beings of earth, we love you.
All beings of earth, we love you.
Presence.
I am present.
The elementals, the great, the small.
Free elementals, the great, the small.
Presence.
I am present.
Give protection to all.
Give your protection to all.
We love you, we love you.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
Dear elementals, we do.
Our dear elementals, we do.
Beings of air, fire, and water.
Of beings of air, fire, and water.
Beings of earth, we love you.
Of beings of earth, we love you.
Presence.
I am present.
The elementals, the great, the small.
Free elementals, the great, the small.
I am present.
I am present.
Give protection to all.
Give protection to all.
Katie, feel free to unmute.
We love you, we love you, we love
We'll make a
you.
cacophony of
We love you,
love you,
We
love
love
you,
you, we
love
love you, we love you.
Elementals, we do.
Free elementals, we do.
Of air, fire, and water.
All beings of air, fire, and water.
We love you.
All beings of earth, we love you.
Presence.
I am present.
The great, the small.
Free elementals, the great, the small.
Presence.
I am present.
And to all.
Give your protection to all.
We
We
love
love you, we love you, we love you.
We do.
our dear
Dear elementals, we do.
Air, fire, and water.
all
All
beings
beings of air, fire, and water.
Love you.
and beings
Beings of earth, we love you.
Presence.
I am present.
The great, the small.
The elementals, the great, the small.
Presence.
I am present.
Protection to all.
Give protection to all.
Love you, we love you, we love you.
We love you, we love you, we love you.
We do.
our
Dear
dear
elementals, we do.
Fire and water.
All beings of air, fire, and water.
We love you.
all
Beings of earth, we love you. I am present.
The elementals, the great, the small.
Real elementals, the great, the small. I am present.
Through them give protection
through them give
Protection to all.
love you.
We love you, we
love
love
you,
you,
we
we
love
love
you,
you.
we love you.
Beings of earth,
Dear elementals, we
Air,
do.
fire,
all beings of air, fire, and water.
All beings of air,
beings of
fire,
air,
and
fire, and water.
earth, we love you.
And beings of earth,
We love you.
Love you.
I am present.
We all elementals, the great, the small.
Three
We
elementals,
elementals, the great, the small.
And
I am
small.
present.
I
I
am
am
present.
present. Truth and give protection to all.
Through them give
Bring
protection.
protection to all.
We love you, we love you, we love you. We
Love
love you, we love
We
you,
love
we
you,
love
we
you.
love you.
We do.
our dear
Dear
elementals,
elementals, we do. All
Do
beings, air, fire, and water.
all
All
beings of
beings
Beings
air,
of
fire,
earth,
and
fire,
fire
and
water.
and
water.
water.
of you.
And beings of
Beings
earth,
of earth, we
Earth,
love
we love
you.
you.
I am
I
I am
am present.
present.
free.
Real elementals, the great,
Elementals,
the
great and
small.
small.
I am present.
I
I
am
am present.
present.
Protection to all. We love you, we love you, we love you.
We
We
love
love you, we love
We
you, we
love
love
you,
you.
we love you.
We do.
our
Our
dear
dear
elementals.
elementals, we do.
Water.
All
All
beings of
beings
air,
of
Beings
air,
of
fire,
air,
fire,
and
and
fire,
water.
and
water.
water.
We love you.
And beings of
Beings
earth,
of earth, we love
Love
you.
you.
I
I
am
am present.
Present.
The small.
Free all elementals, the
great, the
great, the
small.
small.
Big and small.
I am present.
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 Come to all.
If
Through
freedom
them
gives
bring protection to
Protection
all.
to all.
We love you.
we love
We
you,
We
love
love
you,
you.
we love you, we
Love
love
you. We
you.
love
Our
you.
elementals we do.
our
Dear
dear
elementals we do. All
elementals.
beings of air, fire, and water.
All
All
beings of
beings of
air,
air,
Beings
fire,
of
fire,
and
air,
and
water.
fire,
water.
and water.
Love you.
All beings
Beings
of
of
earth,
earth we
Of
love
earth,
you.
we love you.
I
I
am
am present.
The great, the small.
free.
We elementals, the great, the small.
And small.
I
And
Present.
present.
And to all.
freedom gives
Freedom give
Giving
protection.
protection to all.
We love you.
We
We
love
love you.
Love
We
you.
love
We
you.
love you. We love you.
We do.
our dear
Dear
elementals.
elementals, we
Do
do.
Of air, fire, and water.
all
All
beings of
beings
air,
of air,
fire,
Beings of
fire,
and
air,
and
water.
fire,
water.
and water.
We love you.
And beings
Beings
of
of
earth,
earth,
we
we
love
love
We
you.
love
you.
you.
I
I
am
am
present.
present. We all
And
elements, the great, the small.
Free
We
elementals,
elementals,
the
the
great,
elementals,
great,
the
the
great
small.
and
small.
small.
I
I
I
am
am
present.
Present.
protection to all.
through them give
Give
protection.
protection to all.
All right. Bravo.
Yee-hoo!
Was that amazing? It's just like one of the most powerful chants
Oh, yes.
I've ever listened to. I mean, I usually couldn't listen to something like that for so long, but it just like illuminates the soul.
Mm.
It heals the heart, and it actually helped the wind to stop many times that I put it on. It was
Hey,
wild.
the wind has just stopped here.
Uh-huh.
We've had insane wind for the last, well, all year, like all year so far.
I actually went out and I listened to the wind because it'd been about 2 weeks of it. And I was at my wit's end, kind of like a crying baby. I was like, fine, what is it you want to say? And it was like I tuned into it and I felt like I could hear the crying of the world. Like everyone's thoughts and feelings and emotions were in the wind, like a radio broadcast. And I was like, the wind was just a mirror of the world and the thoughts of all the people. And I just went, oh my gosh, like compassion and love for everyone and where they're at, all the things that are going on. And it just kind of was like, sometimes we just need to be heard, just need to be heard. Well, Kate and Andony, thank you for joining me tonight. This has been a real gift, and I hope this is going to be a helpful tool for you both going into the future. Now you'll have both the replay potentially, as long as I have it up, and as well as you can find it online or take a screenshot. So a lot of tools. How are you both doing? How are you both feeling? Oh, I think Andony's gone. How are you doing, Kate?
Yeah, I feel great. Thanks, Lotus.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
back in
I can.
London.
I need to keep. Yeah, I can see in this my situation. I need to keep doing it. So this is, yeah, this is a really good tool you've given me.
Yeah, yeah, and I recommend putting that music on and doing your tapping because it's very soothing. It's very comforting. So it can kind of help you hold that space and do that clearing and feel that love as you go through whatever the healing process is. So I send you hugs from California to New Zealand, to my New Zealand sister, and to Andony in Mexico, Baja. Oh, so much love, so much light. How does it get even better? What else is possible? May our earth be filled up with pure love and light. And may any negativity that is shadowing the earth be lifted and cleared and released out of us, out of the earth, and out of everyone we know, asking for God presence and love and light to shower us and all of our friends and family and world. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. We are so grateful. Thank you for the gifts of this earth. And thank you for these gifts of each other. Biggest love, biggest blessings. May the goodness ripple through all. Big love, my sister. See you soon. Mahalo, everyone. Mwah.